country nationals were sent letters to evict their children who are living here in Malta with them, because the argument was that they were on minimum wage and could not support their children properly. And to speak to us more about it and have an update of the case as it was is Dr. Andrejevic, who is president of the Maltese Serbian Association. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Andrejevic, for joining us today.
Hello and good evening, Leah. Thank you very much for having me with you again.
You're always welcome, very welcome. You came on our program a year ago, just before Christmas, and perhaps for people who are not aware of the case as it was, can we briefly explain what happened just over a year ago?
Yes, it is exactly as you said, that last year about 40 parents of Serbian children received an eviction note that their children will be deported from Malta due to the fact that their yearly income is not enough for upbringing their own children. That actually didn't go well with parents and the Maltese societies in general. So there was a lot of support and complaints that was an unjustifiable solution. So they went to appeal for that decision, and their cases are heard, and now they're in the Court of Appeals at the moment. This is all thanks to wide support of Maltese population, so it was an enormous thing. What is new is that due to COVID-19 pandemic and the present situation of unemployment, a lot of parents actually left Malta, and I've got an information that about 13 families left. So that left us with about 27 children awaiting the decision from Court of Appeals.
And do you know when you're expecting the result of this decision?
Yes, there were several sittings, and I think the final one will be in January, end of January. That's what we were informed, that the final decision will be delivered and the judgment will be delivered at the end of January.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I go back to before these letters were sent out. The law changed. It seems to have changed in Malta. There was a change in the law. And from what I understand, it did not happen in the rest of the EU. Is that correct?
I'm actually not aware that something major happened, but yes, I know that there are some changes, and the law is or requirements amended that the basic or minimum salary will be enough for children to be kept with their parents. Now, the amount I wouldn't know offhand.
There were a number of babies born to Serbian couples within the last year. What's the situation there?
Yes, that is on a positive note. You said it between Serbs and the mixed marriages. We recently got an information and statistic from the Serbian embassy in Rome. There were 45 children that were born last year or during this year. In Malta from Serbian parents and some mixed marriages too. So that is a positive thing.
Can I ask what precautions, what are the Serbian nationals doing when they come to Malta to stop this from happening again? I mean, it's very distressing for families and children.
What I can only talk about this NGO which I'm representing. So it is very difficult because the people, there is a freedom of movement, so people travel all around the world. Therefore, they end up as well in Malta, so nobody can really stop them. But the Serbian community and the other groups which work in Malta always warn people that not to come unless they have their status regulated. So if they have jobs, permits, or regular resident permits to live and work in Malta, so they don't embark on that journey. However, having said that, we don't have any control. But I know that the Serbian embassy, in collaboration with Maltese authorities, are making these informations available even in Serbia.
As a physician yourself, Dr. Andrejevic, what is the psychological effect, in your opinion, on families and their children, the ones that are facing this sort of problem right now?
Oh, it's tremendous. This is I think, beyond the 10 minutes talk. The COVID pandemic has ruined everything for the personal lives of everyone in this world, and as well into this, especially these vulnerable families. The jobs are almost lost. There is even less income than it is predicted to be. The children have problem being admitted to schools, and I know that recently that is actually solved. So the stress of having children who wouldn't be able to write and read is unexplainable.
Absolutely. I thank you very much for joining us today, Dr. Andrejevic. And on behalf of Net TV and my colleagues here, I wish all the Serbian community a wonderful Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wish you a good riddance of 2020 and very joyful Christmas. So Merry Christmas to all my Catholic friends and brothers. And I hope for a better and more prosperous New Year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was Dr. Andrejevic, president of the Maltese Serb community here in Malta. And we're drawing to the close of our program, but I'd like to remind you that Christmas is about families, to keep safe. Most of us won't be spending time with our families today, but at least we can see them virtually. I'd like to pay tribute to Miriam Patch, to Carmel Patch and his children this year, and also to all the Serbs who are waiting for the judgment on this decision to be taken by the courts. And also I appeal to you, if you have any information about Jessica Camilleri, daughter of Jasmine Camilleri. And finally, I'd like to pay tribute to the Caruana Galizia family for their fight against corruption, and also another Christmas without Daphne. Thank you very much for watching. Happy Christmas and God bless.